Welcome. You've got dads.
Hello, welcome back. So last time we went on our second date with Craig. We only have two daddies left for the second date, and that is Brian and Joseph. And so who our randomized generator chose for this date is Joseph. And the pun title of this episode, to explain it, I think most people will get it. Joseph Christiansen Superstar is after the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. So now we're just going to get on with our date. Somehow I don't think it is. I think this is a good dad tip. It's actually been quite a while since we've hung out with Joseph. Wow, that was really fast typing for a very long message. Why do I come across these dads who always need my help? Like, what is with that? So first was Hugo, who needed my help chaperoning a field trip to the aquarium, which honestly I didn't mind because it was really romantic. I love aquariums. You know, it's a nice venue. Hugo looked cute. And then Joseph's first date was us helping him bake brownies for a bake sale. So that's another, sort of social obligation we were doing. Which it was still cute. Joseph's a very handsome guy. I got to lick batter off his nose, although we were definitely thinking about some other appendage with that. And then this time, Joseph wants us to chaperone at a youth group mixer. It's like, you guys are being really opportunistic. Chill. Anyway. I would be bummed out too, because this is the second time Joseph's kind of done this. And, if it keeps happening this way in our friendship/relationship, it's going to end up with us feeling used. Yeah, I mean, we can concede that. The truth is, though, if it was really me, I don't know, I might try and help Joseph out simply because he's handsome and he's our friend. But I'm really secular. I am not religious whatsoever. Being in a church would just be very uncomfortable for me. It would bring back just memories that I really don't like. So it's just like, it would be very iffy. I mean, that's a good way to go, though, Go for the free food. Okay, so does she collect lava lamps? Or is she asking for a lava lamp because she thinks she doesn't have one? Because I have news for her. There's a lava lamp right there. Jesus is coming. Well, Joseph would be too if he would whip it out.
Huh?
I mean, I will give him a whole new meaning to the phrase, oh God. I kind of want to know, though, like, why is the glitter and the streamers and the confetti and the balloons, like, why is that all on the floor already? Usually you release that, later, when the dance is going real good and you're having a nice slow dance and you want to round off the night. That's usually when you release that. So why is it on the floor prematurely?
Oh.
Whoa!
It's kind of sad that coming is spelled wrong already.
Hey!
Hmm.
What kind of answer is that?
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, God made Ernest. Ernest made the banner. Ergo, God made the banner. I would argue both, in which case I'm a little ashamed for Ernest because having Hugo as a father who's very, studious, very intelligent, and Ernest can't spell? How did that end up happening?
Oh.
God may forgive, I don't.
Oh.
Hmm?
Oh. Hmm. Eh.
Hmm. 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 Ah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm?
You could just tell us you don't want to help. That's fine. I didn't bring you here with the expectation that you were gonna help. So, you're free to go be, wild and whatever you do in your free time.
Oh.
So Alex was just really leggy. Because now all I'm imagining is like 2 legs, maybe more, and a head. And that's a little scary.
Oh.
Did you date the Hulk? Is that who you dated?
Oh.
Ooh. I'll give it a 2 out of 5. It's an okay pun, but it isn't that clever.
Hmm.
I love how he has this cheeky smile, acting like he had a really good pun, though. That's kind of cute.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I am sure there is.
Whoa.
So, because he's saying this, it makes me think that Noel, or anybody's dadson, is actually a rather tall person. I mean, we never really get to see the dadsona in full view, so we don't actually know. And when we do see him when we're creating him, we don't get to see him in comparison with, other objects or other people. So we really don't know where he sits on the height scale. But I'm gonna, just from this, I'm gonna say that he's probably actually a rather tall person, taller than Joseph at least. And Joseph is, I don't know, Joseph seems kind of tall. I mean, I don't think he's anywhere near as tall as Hugo or Craig, but I don't know, maybe he sits at like 5'10", 6 feet tall, somewhere in there. So maybe we're like, I don't know, 6'2", 6'3", no telling.
Oh.
The truth is, it is always something with Joseph. He always needs us to do something. So it's not a lie.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you spin your cards right, like if you play them right, you spin the wheel, you can get something handsome and pious later. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
And I love how he kind of accepts that. See, I didn't even know what a box mod was. I thought it was like some gaming modification. I had no idea because I don't vape. So that went right over my head.
Oh.
Let's do it. And I mean that in two ways, Joseph. I mean, I'm sure there's like a nice spot behind these speakers. And I will make some magic happen. You don't believe magic is real now, but get me alone later, and you're going to think the magic is real. It's going to be coming out of the tip of your
Oh.
So I'll tone it down a bit, but it's just really fun talking back with Joseph.
Right. Oh.
Don't you diss my strong arms and height advantage. Let's see you do something. Thing is, I don't imagine my dad to have, like, I mean, when he means oversized fingers, does he mean like really long fingers, really thick fingers? Because I don't imagine he has like sausage fingers. I imagine he has like very nimble, you know, almost surgeon fingers.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
So we have Jesus is cumin, Jesus isn't coming, and Jesus is calming. Personally, what I would do is none of these three. None of them. I would personally just, you know, make a loop on this U, turn it into an O, and call it a day. And then me and Joseph can go and have some, you know, fun, and I can teach him all about magic. But since we only have these three options, the only one that actually makes any sense is Jesus is calming. I mean, look at all that extra work. All you had to do is add this loop on the U, which you were already going to do, and leave it. But okay.
Norm McDonald! Hey!
Is it bad that I don't know what the Cupid Shuffle is? I mean, I almost never went to dances in school, so it's beyond me. I have no idea what that is.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not very promising.
Oh.
The thing is, I want to like Quinn as a character, but I really just don't. I find him so annoying. Like, I know he's supposed to be like a comedic relief character, but I don't even find him funny. I just find him depressing.
I'm sad.
He's never okay. Like, every time we've met him, he's never been okay.
Ooh,
That's the good stuff. Hey!
oh, yeah.
While it is a good song, in my opinion, like, it's really interesting, let's hope he doesn't do that. Well, that's probably the true though. Like, the kids probably aren't going to care about a whole lot of anything. I don't miss being a teenager at social functions. I don't even miss being an adult at social functions. I don't miss social functions.
DJ Spin Master. Nice. Hey! Whoa. Oh, man.
Why are you playing a song for some woman who ain't even here? Like, that logic isn't playing out for me.
Now, who wants to listen to Radiohead's Creep?
Oh, well, we called it. Oh my. The thing is, do the kids know this song well enough to know when the swears are going to pop up? I mean, I bet no, because this song's from like what? 1993, I think? Maybe earlier? Most of them probably weren't even alive then. They're not going to know this song by heart.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing as a sad swear. I know this song. I don't know if I know that song. I might know it if I listen to it.
Ugh.
I am so sad. That's the good stuff. Ha-ha! Nice.
No. Yeah, that's not how DJing works.
I am sad. Hey!
Sandra, you gotta learn to pay attention, Joseph. This ain't hard. If I can remember the name of your 4 god-awful kids, you can remember this man's sad-ass wife's name.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm a little concerned because counseling is a job that you don't really do for self-praise. So kind of self-evaluating your counseling skills, unless you're like a licensed professional, seems a little iffy.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Okay then.
Lawrence of Arabia!
Oh, I would collapse too. I mean, look at these strong arms. Look at this nice, chiseled torso. Clearly defined pecs here. This nice waist. I mean, come on. I know what you're trying, Quinn.
Oh.
Thank you. As long as it's not Jamaican dancehall anthems, we don't need twerking. I don't think, we. Well, I mean, you could twerk for Jesus. I guess that works. I mean, that's a new way of celebrating God, but may as well. Anything's better than this. Don't worry, we can turn this. We can turn it.
Oh.
You don't abandon your friends when they go through a tough time, though. That's not what that's not what you do. That's not what we're gonna do.
Ah.
Yes, yes, we are.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, Kirk Douglas.
I think we can do it. I have faith. Like George Michael.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder how good of a dancer Joseph is, though. I mean, he's got, like, some good hips. So, I mean, maybe he could dance. We will see. I mean, if you want to be a basic bitch, sure. So the only one of these I know is the worm, but that's not basic. That's a bit more above basic than he probably wants to start out. Starting a lawnmower? I don't know. That seems kind of lame. We're gonna roll the dice, you know, looking like you casting off a jizz shot. That's what it looks like to me, but we're gonna roll the dice.
Oh.
Hey.
So I know what the sprinkler is. I know what the running man is. The shopping cart, I don't know what that is. And if it's anything like pushing an actual shopping cart, that's going to be boring. So we're going to go with the running man, because that's a little bit more exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we stepped it up. We can keep stepping it up. Don't worry. I know what the Cabbage Patch is. I don't particularly think it's very exciting. I'm not sure what the windmill is. I don't know what the hammer slide is. I'm gonna go a little safe and go with the Cabbage Patch and hope it doesn't fail us.
Nice.
Thing is, do people do this in a Cabbage Patch, though? I've never been to a Cabbage Patch, so I can't say. I'm just asking for a friend. I don't know. I think we're doing okay. We're not going to attempt twerking, as much as twerking for Jesus would be fun. The butter churn sounds like it would be boring. It sounds like it'd be a step down from a Cabbage Patch. But moonwalking like Michael Jackson, if we could pull that off, that is going to be pretty sick. So we're going to try. I have never moonwalked in my life, though. I have no idea how to make it work.
Good one.
Okay, backflip. It doesn't sound safe. It sounds like we're going to break our back and have to go to the ER. To me, this is sexy. I think it's a good move, and I would love to, you know, touch up on Joseph. You know, that could be a precursor for what we can do later or something. But a death drop, that... I don't know, should I go Laganja Lestrange up in this bitch? Oh, that's a tough one. I really like this one. But I think it's time to go, yes, mama! Did we break a hip, though? Please tell me we didn't break a hip. Okay, they're happy. So even if we did break a hip, we saved it.
More McDonald!
That was me almost meeting Jesus. We almost died. You better be happy. I mean, watching some 6'2", 6'3", who knows what height, 6 foot something, 42-year-old man, which is what I imagine my dad's shown his age to be, who's prematurely graying, just, death drop. That's gotta be a sight to see, though. Now, you kids don't start any death drops yourself, though. We can't have that liability.
Yeah.
Good.
Ooh.
Oh, well, it's time for the magic. Is that what it is? Ooh. Oh. Uh-oh.
Hmm.
That's sweet, though. There is one question I have, and that's, wouldn't we have wouldn't we have heard the ukulele music playing before we, got to the door? Like, wouldn't we have heard that? And if we didn't, then maybe the light switch in his office activates it? I mean, I've been in rooms and houses where the light switch also powers up the outlets, when it's on. So I guess it's not unbelievable, but I'm just a little... I feel like the logistics don't quite work here. Speaking of something, though, so looking at Joseph's cross over here, we see that symbol again that is in the non-canonical cult ending. So, I mean, we have a lot of, what's the word for it? We have a lot of foreshadowing for that ending, which is not actually, in game. And remember, that's also the symbol of Robert's hand tattoos. So, that's very interesting.
Hmm.
Wow.
I would actually really like a margarita.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like Craig's brunch, essentially. Thing is, I don't really know Jimmy Buffett songs all that well, even though I used to listen to them, because that's what my mom would listen to in the car all the time when I was like 10. I do know Cheeseburger in Paradise. That's my favorite Jimmy Buffett song, I guess, if I had to pick a Jimmy Buffett song, because it's really the only one I know. And I know the last line is from that, but I know that's not what he's searching for here. Let's go with the tattoos. Let's just do it.
Oh.
Are you, though?
Ah.
Truth is, I don't think it's uninteresting. I think it's very interesting. I would love to know more about, who Joseph was before he became prim, proper preacher man. Speaking of, why is this doorknob so huge? Truth is, this sounds like a way more exciting person than Joseph is right now. Like, Joseph is pretty exciting as he is right now. I enjoy his dates quite a lot, even if they've been community service almost. But I would have loved to meet this kind of Joseph, wild child Joseph.
Oh.
That's true. I mean, it's clear that you're unhappy in your life, so you need to do something to change it.
Oh.
True. I mean, I don't think it's an impossible ideal. I think it's something that you can achieve if you play your cards right, and you just are so decisive that you know what you want in your life and you know how to get it. But neither are bad. Yeah, but we totally debunked him when he said that. So it's not really the best analogy to bring up here. I think that's a nice sentiment.
Oh.
Are we going to do it in the church? Because I will teach you all about, magic and Jesus and all of that. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Sad.
Oh.
Good one.
I don't get the reference. My guess is it's from the Jimmy Buffett song.
Oh. Oh.
Thing is, I love that kind of punch. It is so good. So what my mom used to do, I don't know if anybody else's moms used to do this, What my mom used to do when us kids had, a tummy ache, what she would do is she would take a little bit of baking soda and put it in a cup of water. And the amount of water and baking soda, it would only be like a shot glass amount of this water concoction, right? So it's not like a whole glass of water. And you would drink it, and you would actually feel a lot better. So that's a helpful tip for y'all out there. I don't know. I don't actually feel like we lost dignity because we tore it up. Like, we Laganja Estranged, that death drop. We didn't break a hip in the process. I thought we did pretty good.
I could just fall into your eyes.
How about you actually do that next time? And don't back out. Like, commit, Joseph. That's all I ask. Commit. Jesus, I don't know if I want to do this part right now. But it really coincides with Joseph's date. So I'm going to. So this video might run a little bit longer than I want. So mainly this is the same scenario we had a few episodes earlier where we walked Mary home. Like I said, I think the game glitches with this scenario. I don't think you're actually supposed to have two scenarios of walking Mary home, but you get it for some reason.
Ah.
I want to know though, like, why? Okay, one, why did the music stop? But two, why do we need to feel guilty? We honestly didn't do anything as much as we wanted to. We didn't do anything with Joseph. We haven't touched his ding-a-ling. We haven't ruined their marriage. Their marriage was long ruined before we got to him. And even when I mean we got to him, we still aren't actually with him. We haven't actually got to him. So why should we feel guilty? We aren't actually a homewrecker. Their home was done wrecked. I mean, if I'm in a situation where I'm actually feeling guilty, I would probably avoid her. So I'm going to keep watching the game.
Ah.
Maybe you should chill because whatever you're about to say has nothing to do with us. You don't know us like that. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Come on.
Honestly, whatever you answer actually doesn't affect the ending with Joseph, I don't think. Because the date's already over, right? It's hard to say which one I want to answer. Because this one implies that there's more than meets the eye. This one implies nervousness, and there's no reason for us to feel nervous. I'm going to say just a friend. Okay, and I'm sure he likes his wife not to be a bitch-ass lush who is immature. So, who really needs to be talking here?
Ugh.
I mean, I know Joseph is not flawless. He is far from flawless. But she doesn't need to come at us with whatever's going on in her marriage. We didn't create that situation. That situation existed long before we got there. So she needs to put the brakes on. It doesn't take an expert to see that you two are miserable. Thank you. Didn't think that. You assumed it, so step off. And I may not be welcome with you, but your husband is welcome with me, and I am welcome with him. So that's our business. Technically, it is your business, but you don't know nothing. Like, you have no idea what's going on between us. So, you know, maybe learn, maybe actually ask questions, maybe be mature and actually talk to us instead of prejudging us. I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. That would be the adult thing to do. But you're acting like a teenage drama queen. Okay.
Ah.
Good. Stay gone.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Anyway, as I roll my eyes, that ends our second date with Joseph. We only have one date left in the second date category, and that's with Brian, so he will be next time. And so just tune in later for that. And I hope you enjoy. Okay, bye.